Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the end of the Challengers bracket of the SpyParty Masters Championship. My name is Taboshi. I'm joined today by Gabrielle,
Hey, that's me. Hi.
and we've got Wrestler playing host for us today. So, today is the last match of the Challengers bracket. Once we're done this, we're going to know once and for all what the situation is going into the championship stage. But before that, one last match to go. It's Graash versus Scout.
Yeah, who is going to win here and get into our champions round robin, going against Rov, Sauerkraut, and Opie all very, very good players. But both Graash and Scout are also very good players. Graash winning 13-11 to get to this finalist stage against Gentleman, and then Scout winning 9-4 against David W here. They've only played once in the past, as far as I know, in competitive history for SpyParty, where Graash won 7-4. So that was a Winter Cup Megalodon Motel, I believe. No, Summer Cup Megalodon Motel 22, where they won 7-4 for Graash. But they haven't played against each other otherwise, so it'd be interesting to know when and how this is going to go.
Yeah, and Summer Cup 22 was a while ago, so we don't really have a lot of relevant information for them as far as the head-to-head is concerned, but we do know about them each as players. We're going to have Wrestler hop in and give you guys the lowdown.
I think unfortunately we missed all of your speech here, Wrestler. You might have to restart that because you were potentially muted in OBS.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Sorry about that.
Okay. going to do it quickly. Graash, as you can see on the cusp here. I'm gonna laugh. Yeah. Been at the very top of the, but he hasn't reached the semifinal. He has won a Ruby Championship divisions recently, so at least he has that on his CV. And a very tough match against Gentleman in the semifinals to try to quickly summarize. Though Graash initially was the spy who was out on the wall doing everything under the sun and just daring for the sniper to shoot. Recently, he has slowed down quite considerably, which can be strong sometimes, though I guess if I have to critique it, sometimes he just doesn't leave himself opening for a solid finish, and we just have to rush 3 missions in 40 seconds where the sniper can easily catch us. So I hope for Graash's sake we're going to avoid that. And to quickly go back to Scout, Scout is the opposite of that, where they can throw everything at the kitchen sink immediately when the match starts. You have to be prepared for them, for their aggressive spy play. And though, as I said in the previously muted episode, how that has, in my opinion, watching all the replays, is their sniper. Sometimes it's very bipolar. It can be very good or extremely poor, and it's very rare that the Scout is going to be found. It's a heaven or hell. It's heaven or high heaven. So you just hope for Scout's sake it's going to be the better one. And round 2, let's go to the draft. We are banning, Graash is banning Redwoods. This is his permaban. I'm pretty sure he has banned that against anyone. Scout banning Aquarium, not a big fan of it, and Graash's most favorite venue. He will double it any chance he gets, so that's a very obvious ban. Restricting Balcony, this is one of the Scout's best venues and the most favorite. Graash is not particularly kind of it, so it makes sense. And Scout banning Library, I imagine just and going ahead picking Gallery, Veranda, and Highrise. So I was going to say that Scout is Veranda is not one of them. But it's still hard for the spy to do. Doubling Ballroom. This is his standard double. He's double if Ballroom any chance he has. And picking Courtyard, the sniper-sided venues. He feels that his sniper could hold, and he may potentially find a spy one. And with that, I want you to give me some predictions here. Tobo, you're starting.
Oh boy,
On the spot.
okay. So even though I do think that when Scout is on their game, they probably have a higher high end than Graash does. I think the consistency of Graash, there's a good chance that's going to see him through this time. I'm going Graash.
Okay, and I guess it's my turn. I mean, I can go. I really like Scout and their plays. I do believe that Graash has a slight advantage, but very, very slight. So I'm gonna say 11-9. It goes to overtime for Graash.
What is it, like the 4th overtime already? Thank you, Gabriel. and as for me, I have this rule that I'm going to predict who I always want someone to win who has the more exciting spy, and is so I am going to go ahead with Scout, and it's going to be, let's just say 9-7, because that's the cop-out answer. I'm going to get Scout.
We're all saying it's a very close game either way.
Indeed.
Oh yeah.
But with that, gentlemen, I think we have everything to say. We can go ahead.
Yep, it seems that way. Starting things out on Ballroom, 4 of 8. Scout on the spy side, Graash on the sniper. Let's get this match started in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Oh, I thought we were gonna stay AI controlled there. Obviously not. That doesn't work here.
Early statue visit is not something that is in favor for most spies right now, because you trend to try to avoid any sort of early suspicion. Anything that makes the snipers take note of you early on is something most scouts generally try to avoid. No highlights for it coming out of Graash yet, though, so that certainly helps.
I do believe I remember Graash only highlighting for 3 statues, but maybe we were just missed at the statues. We do get a flirt now, though, in, so that's a white flirt for 34%. Always nice to see.
Yeah, a pretty quick start for Scout, which we've said that he is more than capable of doing. 34% on the flirt, got 2 inspects already, is currently in an innocent conversation with not much to do here, but I doubt he'll be here long.
Twin is at windows. We might want to join them in there. What are we going to do? Anything with the drink? No. We're just settling in the conversation right now.
Just sort of waiting for the party to come to us, waiting for a moment to do something interesting to pop up. And while we're waiting for that, Scout is going to hop back over to the statues and pick up this last inspect for the first mission completion. Do we get a highlight for it is the question. It looks like we do not.
No, she's not getting highlighted here. That's interesting. Okay.
So it's possible that Graash either missed one of those 2 visits or forgot about it.
I mean, we're also twins, so I would have expected a highlight by now for twin differentiation as well. We do have 52% with the flirt. At least we can do a green. We don't take that bug. That would have been very nice, but also pretty visible, I think.
Yeah, a long distance white in this conversation barely gets us over the 50% mark, so if we're going to get it done in 3, we're going to have to hit a close green to finish it up. Minute and 15 seconds left to play means we've really got to start moving with the rest of these missions. An innocent... we didn't actually take the innocent drink. I thought we did for a second, but we did not. There's a 3rd flirt coming off, but it's not enough to get us over the edge. 80% is where we currently stand with under a minute to play, and Scout goes to the windows to add some time.
Well needed here. We need a bit more time. We are missing just 2 missions, 2 full missions. DA is not in a conversation right now, so we need even more time.
And Graash is really hanging over on the long sightline of this venue, so having a little bit of a more difficult time than you would normally when trying to differentiate. Oh, we've got a purloin! List is gone! It was a straight white purloin!
No, just normal highlight on the statue there behind arms. Nothing happened.
Yeah, this is not much reaction from Graash. I think Scout is in a pretty good position here. All he's got to do is pick up a contact, a bug if he's feeling particularly bold, but probably just get the banana bread done, and that'll be it. 40 seconds to play still, so plenty of time to do it, as long as the double agent plays nice. It's going to be a bug on the way through instead. Into the blue bookcase we go. This is a very bold game from Scout. Instead of just taking the easy soft tell, it's going to be a silent game. And Graash was just not picking up on stuff.
Just dare the shot. Are you going to dare shoot me without a BB? No.
Yeah, not this time. Scout gets it done with no contact. That's a game 1 spy win.
Okay, let's continue that streak. I like spy wins.
Graash on the spy side versus Scout Sniper now on Ballroom. In 3, 2, 1, playing it. And Graash does not feel inclined to follow into statues to open the game.
No, we're going to an innocent conversation, just waiting for our ST to leave. Who, by the way, went to a center statue without not getting a highlight.
Yeah, we definitely could get something out of that. That was a nice little chase. Splitting around the conversation like that makes it a little bit harder to tell what you're doing. 34% on the first flirt as well, so not able to capitalize with a green test, but still plenty close enough to get it done in 3.
Ooh, now that Salmon, oh, well, we're leaving, but since Salmon was there, we had a slightly better chance for the bug there. It would have been nice, but Sniper's always on top here.
Yeah, it's very possible this was just an out to the bookcase to give us an excuse to leave and re-enter the conversation, get the timer reset a little bit quicker, and it looks like that's exactly what Graash is doing. Little bit of a farther entry here, so we're going to need to hit a green test if we want to get it done in 3. And we do indeed do exactly that. So 77% on the flirt, and away we go again, off to the double agent.
We did shake our camera a bit at the green bookcase, not quite sure why. We are low on time now, and we have done the flirt, and it's not even complete yet.
Banana bread.
So we might want to accelerate a bit. There we go.
Not too low on time, still 1 minute and 45 seconds left, and just about 2 missions complete at this point. We just got the contact. There's the... Oh, no! Just a little too far away to pick up the last flirt on the white test. It's 99%. You hate to see it, but look at the lowlights we've gotten. That's almost half the party gone.
Yeah, that is rough, though. For only a contact.
Oh, no!
Banana bread.
Yeah, that was just caught. Just saw the cough.
Did we try and bug there? Is that why we... No, I don't... Why did we banana bread?
I'm not sure. I guess it was an attempt at a fake, but it seems like an odd time to try it.
Maybe our finger slipped and we just clicked the right click. We
Could
clicked the
be.
right click and that's it.
Either way, that does put Scout in a very strong start. They've picked up the first 2 games, one on Spy, one on Sniper, and now they're back to the Spy side of Ballroom. In 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Scout always going for a few seconds of AI control. I like it, because that's also my playstyle.
Make sure you don't take control into a terrible situation by accident.
Absolutely.
Starting things out at the green
Oh.
bookcase, going for the animation transfer. It was white and it was caught. So Graash, after a bit of a rough start, is able to settle into the next game a lot quicker.
Well, that was a game.
It was a quick one, but it was in fact a game as Graash settles into the Spy side for our last game of Ballroom. In 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Oh, I was gonna comment again on AI control. Just always leave me on the last moment there. We are joining
Graash
in.
once again with a nice, slow, inconspicuous start, not chasing the seduction target, just sort of in an innocent conversation, hanging out and chatting with people. And luckily, our seduction target drops in to say hi, so we're able to pick up a quick white flirt for 32%.
So nice.
So, not quite the number you want to see if you're going to timer flirt twice in a row, but nobody timer flirts twice in a row, so it's fine.
You say? We'll be here for a minute and a half, I guarantee you.
This is why nobody timer flirts twice in a row, yes. But as long as we get a little bit closer on the second or third flirt, then we should be good to go to get this done in 3, guaranteed. Section target steps away, Graash follows across the party, and we are indeed a little bit closer to this one, so even if we do decide to timer flirt this, it's not going to matter because he hit a green test on the second. So 83% is where we stand right now, and that's enough that even the worst flirt in the game, as long as it's still a successful flirt, will get this mission done.
We did chase quite obviously our seduction target, so I wouldn't mind a timer flirt here just to get it done instead of chasing a second time. But we could go at the opposite end of a conversation anyway, so probably doesn't matter too much.
Definitely been a slow game for Graash, though. Minute and 35 left on the clock as we take an innocent drink, and we do not yet have any mission completions. Not able to hit the difficult print on the drink either, so that's going to restrict our options later on in the game.
Wrong arm bug? I mean, we have a minute. We have, oh, not anymore. We have only 80 seconds left. We have 3 missions to do. Here's one.
In
Contact.
conversation with the double agent. Assuming he does decide to take this contact, we'll see how Scout reacts to it. No low lights yet. No contact yet. And the double agent steps away as well. So Graash is really under the clock here as he has under a minute to play.
Now, did we look at potential suspects we can try and frame here? You'd
He
think
might
a
have
fake
had
BB would be good, but the suspected double agent is out of conversation. We're joining back the
This
big
is a very busy
conversation.
conversation to be trying to do a fake in. He does take the fake, though.
And the end of
Maybe
red.
to distract from a purloin? Indeed, to distract from a purloin, but it is a white test, so that's going to be an immediate take. No big purloin chain to help cover. I think Scout got a decent look at that. I think he knows that the list is gone and takes the shot, but takes the wrong one. And Graash answers backward, tied at 2.
That's an unfortunate shot because there's no suspected double agent in that conversation when the BB comes off. So, I mean, unless you suspect Hare to have done 3 other missions, you probably shouldn't shoot. Not even a highlight either.
Yeah, it's very possible you were just looking at other things and lost track of where the SDAs were at that time, or you were at such an angle where it looked like the SDA was in when they were at in fact, at the window right next to us, and you didn't quite differentiate quickly enough. But either way, we're tied at 2, going in to the next doubled venue, which is Highrise. Scout on the spy, Graash on the sniper. In 3, 2, 1, playing it. And the missions we have turned off are transfer and purloin.
So this is the we stepped off we were off the pad there, but a little tweak can get us onto the pad.
Luckily, behind the screens, it's not too big of an issue. It's an early swap as well, banking on Graash not having had a look at that statue before he got there. And it is going to be a highlight, but it's not going to be a shot.
I was expecting a slow game so I can explain the fact that it's 3 of 6 and not 3 of 5 for some players are used to, but we're going straight next to the ambassador, swapping a statue. Here's our flirt. DA is out of conversation, so we can't finish the game right now, so that I don't have to keep talking and
Highrise or not, slow games are not Scout's general wheelhouse.
There's DA. Now we can contact.
Yep, we certainly
And the end of
can.
red.
Contact comes off. 1, 2, 3 lowlights.
And we're one of the highlights.
Highlight or 2 to go with it.
We just have to
Target
flirt.
Steps away. All we need to do is finish this flirt. We have 2 minutes and 10 seconds to do it. It's plenty of time. As long as we don't do anything particularly suspicious between now and then, we should be okay. And the seduction target is kind enough to drop right back into conversation where she left and give us a free, easy flirt. This is another white test to bring us up to 68%, but we should be able to just sit here and wait for the timer to run down now.
Yeah,
Nope, never mind, she leaves again.
I assume the statue swap was noticed because we have a few lowlights. But actually, no, probably the lowlights come from double agent, so maybe this statue swap wasn't even seen yet. I don't know.
Yeah, I suspect that Graash knows that Scout could have swapped that because he was there before he got a look at the statue, but didn't actually have any information about the swap itself. Minute and 15 left to play. We just need one more close flirt, and that will do it.
We're not going to chase our ST, so we're going to wait for them to go somewhere else first.
If Graash has been paying a lot of attention, he should be able to be counting flirts here. But if that were the case, he probably would have shot for 2 in case it was a 3-green situation. So you have to assume that Scout is in a very, very strong position here. All he needs to do is pick up this one last flirt in 40 seconds. And that'll do it.
Yeah, we don't want to chase here either, because that'd be 3 up bookcase. Now we need to wait for Pearl to go somewhere else. And that's gonna be statues. Ooh, or not. Oh, yes, back to those statues. So that's not what you want to see when there's 25 seconds left on the clock.
Absolutely, it's starting to get a little bit tight. Scout is going to have a go, drop by statues, to get this flirt done here, and indeed they do. That was a green test, even if it was possibly not entirely necessary. And that is going to be another mission win on Scout with the clank as an exclamation point.
Yeah, that's a good game if you don't see the swap on Highrise, and there's only 3 missions, and 2 of them are the contact and seduce. What are you gonna do as a sniper?
So Scout, after a strong start answered back by Graash, finds another spy win, this time on Highrise. Let's see if what Graash is able to do with it on a nice slow venue in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Hello, Ambassador? No, okay.
There's a lot of bouncing, but
It was
I don't
traffic
think
jam.
you're going to get low lit for anything like that so early in the game.
That's a nice flirt, especially after the SD leaves.
Yeah, absolutely. 27% is not a ton, but you got it basically for free.
Okay, we're chasing here, going for another flirt. We could be paired. Would be
It's
bad
always
if
a
we
bit
go.
more tempting to do these things when you have a drink in hand because you can cover up that slightly longer delay before you picking up the item with the sip. This one was a green to bring us up to 78%. Do we do anything with the book? I assume not. In fact, fingerprint and swap are off, so we could if we wanted to, but Graash just sets it down where he got it and is going to set himself up to finish off this flirt. Well, I think that should still finish it up on a white, but it's not easy. Either
It's
way,
green.
hits the green, so it doesn't matter. Flirt done. 2 minutes and 15 to play.
That's an interesting mission choice. Transfer and purloin. I think it's becoming more common, but it's not something I've seen. I see a lot.
Well, it's a low sniper angle on this venue, so it's much harder to pay attention to what's going on with the list than it is on some other venues.
We have double agent in our conversation here. We can do something with that. We might want to wait for a few more people to join.
Right now, Graash is just taking things easy, taking things slow, waiting for the party to line up a little bit better before he starts making moves. Double Agent steps away, which is a little bit unfortunate, but we've got time to work with. Still a minute and a half to play and 2 missions to get.
Purloin is on, though that is always a possibility. Ambassador goes to a bookcase. Well, fingerprints are off, so that's out of the question.
Indeed. We don't have any purloin chain to work with as we get offered this drink, so we just send it back. And it looks like we've got a decent spot to slip over to the conversation with the double agent in it. Under a minute to play now.
Yeah, we might want to do something. Unfortunately, double agent leaves. Now we have 50 seconds to play with, and if the double agent doesn't join again, that's going to be harsh. I think we wanted to go for potentially a bug here, but instead we're going right to statues.
Yeah, Ambassador starts moving at a bit of a weird moment, so we redirect away to another place where we can get a mission right on the board. This one is very suspicious, though there is not going to be any hard tell to give us away. So that's inspects done. 23 seconds to play. And no available double agent in these conversations.
Yeah.
Where does this last mission come from? It's gonna be the bug. It's gonna be the wrong arm, though. Waving at the sniper a little bit, the shot comes off, and Scout once again is able to convert on the spy win.
Yeah, that is unfortunate bug there, because it's quite a visible arm. We wanted at least to have the other arm.
Yeah, if we had a right arm bug this time instead of a wrong arm bug, that actually would have been the better situation. Unfortunately, hits that right click just a little bit too early, and Scout is on top of things. So Scout up by 2 once again as they step back into the spy side of Highrise. Any 3 of 6 in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Oh. That's AI control. That's not the spy. Ooh, 360 there. To get into our flirt, which is green, 51%. Nice.
Yep, not the cleanest of entries to be sure, but 51% on the flirt and in conversation with the double agent and a green purloin. This could be one heck of a rush.
How are we
There's the
highlight?
take off of Smallman. List fades. I think he got a good look at the fade too. So this could spell disaster for Scout. Here come the lowlights.
Yep, it is green. We have 2 suspects. Well, and Smallman, because we just brought Smallman back. One green flirt, and then another mission, whichever one we want.
This
And then we hope.
This could be such a fast game in every possible way. It's not a green test on the flirt. If he was able to get the flirt done in 2, I think he would have just taken the contact and dared the shot. But at this point, he's got to take as much time as he can get away with.
I mean, at this point, if you think General is also a suspect, you just wait for them to join a conversation with the DA with you. You contact and you hope 50-50.
Indeed. The question is, does Scout know who the other suspect is? Because here comes the General.
Now's your chance. You don't have another one. I mean, you might, but it's unlikely.
You have to assume you won't.
Contact, please.
I don't think he knows it's General.
Yeah.
I think he thinks it's Smallman.
Oh. And Double Agent unfortunately leaves, does a nice little roundabout around our conversation circle, and now what do we do?
As long as Graash holds his nerve, he should have this game pretty well locked up. In conversation, hanging out next to the Ambassador, but this is a... There's no way we can get away with the bug here. That would just be death.
I mean, we could have stayed in a conversation and got our contact again, but now we left.
There's the bug! It's right on screen! Graash was in the perfect position to see it and was looking for it as well. Shot comes off. Graash is able to get it back within 1, but has to get it done on the spy side to level the matchup. It is Highrise, though, so that's very doable. In 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Straight to windows.
Well, it's a good place to watch as the party settles to make an educated decision on where we should wind up. And where we're going to wind up this time around is next to the seduction target.
It's fascinating how it's usually next to the seduction target that we wind up.
Well, early green flirt brings us to 51% with some pretty well perfect positioning for it. Not too close, so that it looks suspicious. Still close enough to get it done in 2.
We can try and timer flirt. Highrise is one of those venues where timer flirting is very powerful. Or SD could be.
As you say it, the seduction target steps away, taking the option away.
So that's that? Where's our third mission then?
Still plenty of time to work with, so no reason to rush. Seduction target steps into the other conversation, though, and there's a nice juicy spot right between them and the double agent who you might decide to pick up. But no, it's going to be the other side of that conversation. A person between us and the seduction target, so we're not going to get it done in 2. But you don't really need to on this venue. It is another green test to bring us up to 87%, and with 2 minutes still to play, lots of time to work with.
Hi, Double Agent. Thank you for joining us back.
Unfortunately, so few people in the conversation. It's a very dangerous moment to pull the trigger on it. I think Graash is going to try to be patient.
We interrupted the speaker. I'm not sure why you would do that, because that's dangerous. Double Agent could leave because of that. I thought you'd want to keep them.
It is true indeed.
But they don't.
Looks like he's going to drop in to the briefcase. Keep in mind, fingerprint is not enabled, so this is purely a move to try to lose heat. Out
Yeah.
and back in.
And again, we're down to 1 minute now, where we have to finish 3 missions.
The other conversation has filled up enough that Graash feels willing to take
And the
this
end of red.
contact. So that's 1 mission down, with about a minute to play.
Only 2
Seduction target
lowlights.
drops in to say hi. No, they're going to the bookcase.
And we can purloin, but I think there's no chain.
Oh, we've got to find a way to do something for this last mission. But first, into the bookcase with the seduction target to get this flirt finished up. So that's 2 missions down, 30 seconds to play. We're into the beep beeps.
Let's 1 cycle that book, put it back. And what are we doing? Where are we going?
It's gonna
Purloin.
be a purloin.
Yeah.
There's the request. 10 seconds. It's going to be some overtime. It's going to be a decent amount of overtime, too. This almost has to be a green, and it's not. It's a white test on the purloin. List is gone. How does Scout react to this?
You have to dance.
3 seconds of overtime.
Or not.
What does he do? It's not the right shot. He doesn't even pull the trigger. And Graash is somehow able to do it again and ties it up after the second doubled venue, same as the first.
I guess if you're not looking at the list, then yeah, you can just miss it and not take the shot. That's unfortunate, though. At least taking a shot when you hear overtime beeps.
Yeah, I think probably at that point he was already making a decision about what he was going to do in overtime and just wasn't quite paying attention to the list at 5 seconds left to play.
Oh well. Up to our next game now. We're tied back up now.
I'll
To
have to
4-4.
interrupt you because
And-
it is halftime.
The moment you said that, I mean, just before you said, I remembered it was halftime. But that's okay.
Yes, thank you. So if I may, I'll go over what had happened, and it's actually quite nice when your analysis turns out exactly how you would predicted it. So thus far, I would say Scout has had a much better spy than Graash in terms of pacing, even though sometimes we just do a bug randomly in the middle of the Highrise game. But if you think you're the low light, you're able to do that. So I'm actually not a fan of it. If you are just one of the, you're most likely the top suspects, you're going to be dead almost no matter what you do. Try that. And I want to actually highlight the very first game. Here we go. So this is the very first game where Scout is the spy. We have inspects done suddenly where we haven't had a highlight, and it's minute 20 left, and this is exactly the time we request a drink. Even though it is a white purloin, the sniper is not sure about when, what, and where it happened, whilst we are trying to basically parse through this party about the purloin. We see the ambassador. Well, so we see an ambassador here at the books, and we immediately go here and get a bug, and we're just so expecting a contact here to our first finish because it's 34 seconds. The SDA is one of the conversations. We're just waiting for a contact. And I think Graash was waiting exactly that and just wasn't anticipating for this bug. Even though the bug itself isn't very subtle if you're looking for it. But the fact that Scout is able to be aware that at that time, 30 seconds left, a spy who just did purloin is going to do a banana bread almost every single time. So he's able to catch the Graash off guard. Though... And their spy has been very good, but unfortunately, their sniper is just letting them down. Is just a bit too inconsistent. The spy wins from Graash weren't particularly They were okay, but I want to say they were top tier. Unfortunately, Scout, if they were a bit more vigilant, we might have like a 5-3 or even a 6-2 halftime lead for them. But we have a tie.
Yeah, Grash's spy has just been very orthodox, sort of slow-paced, by the book, just grinding out a game of SpyParty as the spy side, whereas Scout has been a very bold and dynamic sort of spy play. But either way, we are level at 4 after the doubled venues. First to 9 is where this is going to go unless we hit overtime. So let's see as we step into the next venue of Courtyard, any 4 of 7 with Scout on the spy, how the rest of this match shakes out in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Again, I was going to mention AI control, but obviously, why should I? No need. So, if Courtyard seems a bit more packed than usual, that's because I believe there's 1 or 2 more guests. So these modes are slightly more spy favored. In the end, they're not, because these snipers are absolutely dominating. But compared to what you might usually see in a competitive set, this is even more spy favored, so that snipers have a harder time, which they don't, but you can try.
There's the first flirt as the seduction target drops in to say hi to us instead of the other way around. 51% off of a close green is a very nice freebie to get. But it's worth keeping in mind that this venue in particular really greatly favors unusual and dynamic spy play over standard, slow-paced, grinding out game sort of spy play. So on paper, this venue should pretty heavily favor Scout.
Yeah, this is also a 4 of 7, so it could have been 3 of 7, but it was changed back to 4 of 7, what is more the classical Courtyard here. And so our usual mission is inspect, seduce, contact, and then the 4th mission.
Which is usually the problem on this venue. There's the second flirt for 85% off of the timer. So we have not moved since the start of this game. This is the first time we have left this conversation. And it's going to be a time ad.
Oh.
Oh dear. That is not good.
Well, there we go.
And I believe now it's down to 2.
Yeah, the 2 people at windows. We don't even have a fingerprint of that briefcase, so now at least we have the time ad.
Yeah, that's really all Scout has at this point. It's 85% on the flirt and no other progress as we step into the double agent.
And the end of red.
With only 2 people left in this party, you have to assume that Scout is not going to win this game.
I mean, now it's only 1 after that contact. So here's our inspect, and I expect the shot.
Yeah, so does Graash. Shot comes off, and Scout picked an odd time to switch to a slower, more sedate spy play. It is not the sort of venue that really rewards that style.
I mean, it was just an unfortunate time ad, really. We were in the same conversation for the whole game. We move 2 meters, and then we time ad at the wrong time.
Well, let's see what Graash is able to do with it on the spy side in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Oh, no. No, we didn't take control. What do you want me to say? Can't bug if you didn't take control.
Indeed. I don't mind the delay at all. It's very easy to do silly things in the time of chaos when you're when an ambassador winds up spawning quite near to you. So 1 cycling at the statue to try to get away from that situation as quickly as possible. Unfortunately, we could have gotten both, as the seduction target 1 cycle one cycles it as well. But we go around to the other side to pick up this second statue and a highlight as we finish our inspects. This is a very early highlight on this venue, but it's also a very early inspect on this venue.
Yeah, I
Banana
think
bread.
it's probably better to cycle that, but here's a banana bread, and we've got 2 lowlights. That's a good banana bread.
Yeah, it very much is. Normally I wouldn't like coming out of the statue and banana breading so quickly after we enter conversation, but with the laser on the other side of the venue, that's not bad, actually.
Yeah, my issue now is we're kind of mentally paired, if not actually paired, with Seek, our seduction target, so now we're going right next to them again.
Indeed
But we do
are.
get another white flirt at least.
Indeed we do. So it's 68% on the flirt right now. We did grab an innocent drink on the way out as well, so that's sort of as an excuse to leave the conversation.
We sip our nice drink. We have one more flirt to do and the fourth mission.
Minute and 15 to play. So despite the fact that we've sort of come to this
Banana bread.
point in a sort of unusual roundabout sort of way, fake contact is interesting to see.
Yeah, fake contact into bug, but I guess we didn't see the fact that we were gonna violate Ambassador personal space, because that would have been a very good bug.
Banana bread.
Yeah.
Or we just like fake
Another
banana breads.
attempted contact to distract, but can't chase down the ambassador. So it's going to have to be a purloin at the last moment of calling. Graash and Toby step away into different directions, but they're both on screen as the list gets taken. Scout is able to find the shot, and we are level at 5.
Yeah, and unfortunate that the ambassador took the list there. At least if we weren't paying attention to the fade, we could have had a chance, but if the ambassador takes, it's just green. That's it.
Yeah, absolutely. So still square. We've split every venue so far, though in not usual ways. Scout now on gallery to try to get a lead and maintain it. Starting from the spy side against Graash's sniper in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
AI leading us to blue bookcase, but then we're like, no, not really. Oh, actually, I like the blue bookcase. Let's go there.
So it's going to be an animation transfer to open things up, and immediately Graash is on top of things. If there is one thing Graash has consistently seen this game, it's animation transfers. Don't do that.
Do we have something above green in animation transfers? We need white, green, and like diamond in animation. Maybe Graash won't catch it then.
At that point, it's not even an animation transfer. It's literally just the book turn, the page turn animation. And he might catch it anyways, depending on the timing.
Yeah, it's the wrong cycle. Sorry.
Yeah. Back into the gallery we go. This time with Graash on the spy against Scout Sniper. In 3, 2, 1, playing it.
It's like when you shoot someone, you say, "So why did you shoot?" It's pathing. It's definitely pathing. Just don't look too much into it. Here's a nice green, though.
Yeah, absolutely, and very nice way to start things off. Just drop it next to your seduction target at the front window, pick up 51% on the flirt. And back in we go. Looks like we're setting up for some possible shenaniganry, but Seek is not the person to be trying to get a bug off in this sort of a situation, and indeed, Graash holds his trigger.
Yeah, the hands being in front there are quite visible if they just go to the side randomly for a bug. We are going to chase our ST though and try and get in there. There we go. And if we get a green, that's it. That's done.
And seduction target can often be a little bit annoying on this venue, so getting it done in 2 flirts with 2 greens is Nice to see as you're the spy, especially so early in the game. Still 2 minutes and 45 left to play and 3 missions to get.
I like how you said that it was hard to get flirt in, and then the SD immediately left after we had done our flirt, luckily. That could have been pretty bad, yeah. It's a nice yellow painting there. We do have 2 minutes and 20 seconds. There's DA joining our conversation.
Yeah, we both joined at pretty much the same time. Here's the contact coming off. It's
And the
nice
end of
to
red.
see. This shouldn't let off too many lowlights, actually. We've got 4 now, although I'm not sure the 4th one was necessarily guaranteed, but it did get taken, and it was correct.
And I believe there's also Pearl, although we probably didn't see what was happening outside.
Yeah, with the zoom in, that wasn't on the radar.
It's just better not to take it. We are down to 100 seconds again, and we have the 2 kind of most important missions to do still.
Yeah, no progress on anything either, so it's going to be Purloin first. It's another white test, so this could be bad. There's the list gone. Scout gets a good look at it as Toby comes around the front of the conversation, just decides to take the shot.
I was like, are we
Scout.
shooting right now?
Scout is once again able to hold things level, this time at 6.
Oh, we are going to overtime.
We might be.
My prediction of 11-9 might not be too bad.
2 more venues to play, 4 more games in regulation, starting with Terrace. Scout on the spy, Graash on the sniper, any 3 of 7 in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Yeah, Terrace might be the venue where we see someone sweep. Compared to other venues, it's slightly easier. That is 5 people at bar.
Oh my.
People really want to drink. I mean, I get it, but like... We are not on the
It's
pads.
not the pads, quite.
We can't flirt either, unfortunately. It doesn't work like that.
We might try to link Twitch, but no, Scout just gets the heck out of there.
Honestly, it worked out.
It did. We didn't get a delegate out of it. We didn't get a flirt out of it, but we also didn't get a bullet out of it, and that's the important thing.
There's our fingerprint, at least.
Yep. Briefcase going back. Bug on the way out, too.
Ah, it's seen, though.
Yep. Just a little bit too much helicopter with it. And even though we hit a nice, quick green flirt coming out of it, I just don't think this is looking good for Scout.
Are we getting paired with a low light? Like, why did green dress get low lit? Green dress. We're not close enough.
No, we're not. A little bit too far away to get it done, but it doesn't matter because Section Target is going to bail on us before we have a chance to pull the trigger on the flirt. So difficult situation to be Scout in. Under 1:30 to play. We've got a lot of progress, but also a lot of heat.
There's our contact.
Then immediately Graash takes the shot from it.
I think we might have had a better chance if, well, no, the briefcase was seen. I was gonna say fingerprints, but the briefcase was quite visible, so...
Yeah,
it's just
I
an
feel like
unfortunate
as
game.
soon as we get seen on that bug, there's really not much we can do with that game other than try to get someone else shot.
It's a really hard bug to see, though. I'm so impressed. I mean, it is visible, but you have to look for it.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a very impressive catch by Graash. And now, with that, they step into the spy side once again. Same position we've been in the last couple of games against Scout's Sniper in 3, 2, 1, playing it. For a second there, I thought he was going to try that walking bug. He took control quick enough, but decided not to. Was just a little bit too far out. There's the early flirt to bring us 50%.
Yeah, the DA goes into the wrong conversation. Would have been nice to have it join ours, but
Well, we've got a lot of time to try to make that connection. I suspect we're gonna sit here and go for the timer flirt when the perfect position for it, one character in between, 50% on the first.
yeah, might as well. Well, what's our third mission gonna be then? Because we still have to contact and Purloin?
Well, that's always the question. Where do you get the third mission from? We do indeed wait for the timer flirt, and we do indeed hit the second green, so that's flirt done very early in this game. Into the conversation with the double agent now. Here's the contact.
Banana bread.
Oh no! Double agent leaves at the exact wrong moment.
No, that's unfair.
That is a tough break for Graash.
It's not like the double agent didn't overhear it over their shoulder. Okay, well, we still need to get a contact then, and still our third mission.
Looks
Down
like
to a
he
minute
might
and
be
20
trying to line
seconds.
up on the ambassador, but with the position Scout has set up in, I don't
Banana
think it's
bread.
going to happen. There's a fake contact.
Yeah, probably a better path here to try and get a Civ shot. And it works!
Well, we got a Civ shot!
Okay. Why teal though?
That was not the path to getting a Civ shot I expected.
I mean, that was a good fake contact, but why teal specifically?
I don't know, because Teal didn't have a reel.
No, teal literally went to statues at the beginning of the game, then the bar, and then stayed in that conversation for the rest of the game and got shot for contacting twice.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe there was some sort of hallucination near the beginning of that game. Maybe there was a swap worry or something like that. But either way, that is going to put Graash on 2 match points, 8-6, going into Veranda. Scout on the spy side with lots of pressure on a very difficult venue to get a spy win on. In 3, 2, 1, playing it. It's 5 of 8.
It's the only 5 of 8 we've seen, I believe, in this whole match. Oh no!
That was a Time of Chaos bug attempt. It was a little bit late to pull the trigger on, and it did not take.
That would have been amazing if it had taken. You would have been up a mission, and now it's just any 4 of 8.
It would have been nice, but it is no longer on the cards, unfortunately. In the red bookcase we go to maybe do some sort of quick transfer shenaniganry, but it's just going to be... Oh, it was right on camera, but Graash, this time, swings the camera away instead of staying to look at the animation transfer.
You did it twice, Scout, and it didn't work out. Why did you do it a third time? We said there wasn't a diamond animation. It doesn't work.
I mean, he's not dead yet.
True.
44% on the first flirt off of a mid-range green test.
Banana bread.
And a contact to boot as well, just before the double agent steps away. So, Scout not slowing down at all.
I like it, but the hardest transfer is the second one. What are we gonna do?
Maybe the plan is just to wait until the ambassador and Toby are both over on near the red and green bookcases, and then try to get something on the blue side from that. But we are going to do a nice little briefcase return to pick up a fingerprint from there. So we have 44% on the flirt and back in conversation with seduction target. Red microfilm in pocket, 1 print in pocket. There's the second green to bring us up to 91% on the flirt. So we've got lots and lots of progress with 2 minutes to play. Not a ton of completions as of yet, but that can all fall into place very, very quickly.
Yeah, that was a hard fingerprint as well. No, we're not doing 3 at bookcase. I wouldn't mind it, but I think we'd be dead.
Yeah, it looks like he's just delaying a little bit before he hops into the blue bookcase here to grab this book.
No. Oh, it's
He
green at least.
He hits the green on it, and there was enough cover that Graash wasn't able to catch him out on it. So that's 2 missions done, contact and transfer, progress on flirt and fingerprint, and then we still need 1 more mission beyond that.
And we're not a highlight yet.
Still not highlight. This is very true.
Why?
Into statues we go.
Okay. Is this fingerprintable? No.
I don't think it was. No,
I think
just
the other
taking a pair of inspects. Under a minute now.
Are we gonna swap?
Statue to statue. We got a safety off on Irish for a moment there. That's a white swap.
Oh, we got a
statue
swap.
has been swapped. Red alert. Got highlight for it, but I don't think he actually looked at the statue.
But that's
Maybe
a green
he did.
swap.
We're getting low lights on low lights from the other side of the party. I think
green swap
Graash
for
might have
Irish.
this. Back into statues yet again.
There's our inspects. We're missing a seduce though. 30 seconds, and we get
It
shot.
doesn't matter. The shot comes off, and Graash books their spot in the championship.
Wow. Did we see the fade on that statue? Is that why we were so certain?
I don't think he saw the fade on it. No.
Because I think we tried to green swap for Irish there, which
No,
would make sense.
Definitely did not see the fade.
Yeah. Yeah, we just went statue to statue, and that was our death.
Yeah. Well, he left Irish highlight.
Maybe the entrance to the second set of statues just wasn't up to par. I don't know, honestly. No,
Might have been, but
pathing is not my.
Yeah, it was basically down to Scout and Irish after all of that.
But congratulations to Graash for making it down up to Round Robin's championship.
Yeah, absolutely. That is going to solidify the last spot of the round robin. Graash is able to get the spot with Rov, Opie-Rights, and Sauerkraut, which is a terrifying pool to be in.
Good luck.
Indeed.
You can make it, though. I know. Everyone can, honestly.
Yeah, and pretty much everyone who's made it this far has a solid shot at this tournament.
Yeah. Well, that's going to be all for us tonight, I believe. Or today. Depends where you are in the world. Maybe you're sleeping already. That's good.
Maybe you're way in the future watching this on 0024/7. Who knows?
Hi from the past.
Either way, that's going to do it for us for now. That is the Challenger stage complete. We'll see you next time to start the round robins of the championship stage. I hope you all had a great time. If by some miracle you are new here, you're on the SpyParty fans channel. I don't know how you found this if you're new. If you are, this game is SpyParty. You can find it on Steam or at spyparty.com for $25. If you buy it on SpyParty.com, you also get a Steam key. If you're interested in competition play and haven't had a chance to try that yet, drop by discord.gg/SpyParty. There's always something going on, and there's a ton of lovely folks who will be happy to point you in the right direction to start you in a competition that's around your skill level. I hope you all had a great time, and have a good evening.
Fare thee well.